Hey, man, I need y'all, man. Let's get this going viral, man. We need to get this going real viral. I'm not taking up for the guy, whatever, about the minor or whatever, the assault. If he was wrong, then the officer was wrong. He got to take accountability for what he did. The officer got to take accountability for what he did. You can't be one and you can't be the other one. You got to be for right, man. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's share this video. Let's get these things up. Let's get this viral, man. I need people calling the district attorney's office. I need people calling the sheriff's office. I need people calling demanding change in the department. Let's go. Let's get it.
Altercation during an arrest. It happened yesterday in Pamlico County. Pamlico County Sheriff Chris Davis released a statement today describing the circumstances surrounding the incident. News 12's Elena Laster is in the live center tonight. And Elena, you spoke with not only Sheriff Davis, but also the suspect's brother.
I did, Val. Sheriff Chris Davis stuck by his statement earlier this morning that Darrell Wayne was actively resisting arrest at the time of the altercation. But I also spoke with Wayne's younger brother, who doesn't quite agree.
This footage captured on a doorbell camera has been circulating social media, showing a Pamlico County deputy punching Darrell Wayne and shoving him against a vehicle so hard that the car alarm goes off.
Of course, he might have been a little mouthy. There was never any physical altercation inside the house. There was never any. It was never anything. It was just never no nothing.
That was Ahmaud Wayne, Darrell Wayne's younger brother, and he says that his brother did not deserve this.
It was ego-driven or like a power move, I can say. Like it was just a power to it.
Sheriff Chris Davis released a statement on Facebook of the district attorney and the State Bureau of Investigation. Davis says that this is not Wayne's first run-in with the law, and that he actively resisted arrests in and out of the home, where he proceeded to assault law enforcement, and that is when the altercation took place. After the arrest, Wayne was transported to the sheriff's office, then Carolina East for medical evaluation.
He's always been taught. There's never been no instances, even in any of his arrest or whatever the case may be, there's never been no instance where it was he bucked up on a government official, no nothing.
Ahmaud was not at the scene, but says that he was one of the first people his brother called and told him his side of the story, telling him that he would never resist, and even claiming the officer called him a racial slur.
He can't even remember what he was saying, but he do know that he said he tested the officer. Oh, he tested the officer, as you can see in the video, and the officer says something, called him the N-word.
Ahmaud says that even with the warrant out for his brother's arrest, he shouldn't have been treated this way, and officers should act as peacekeepers.
I don't feel like that force was necessary. There's nothing in the video. There's nothing that required him to punch my brother while handcuffed, slam him while handcuffed, and proceeded to elbow him while.
Well, end of the day, man, all you gotta do is file your class action lawsuit, my brother. I don't know. I can't say, what happened with the child. At the end of the day, you're innocent of proven guilty. Was it right? Was it wrong? If you did do it, it was wrong. If you assaulted a child, I don't know what kind of assault mean. What you're spanking them, assault can mean you spanked them. That could be assault. So I don't know what when you say assault and what his record got to do with why the officer acted like that. Man, I just, man, every time I try to, have an understanding, man, with officers, man, then an officer like this put me back in the mindset, and that's bad, man, because what happened to the stand-up officers? This is why you got to be careful when you say all officers, they stick together. They're united. It's almost like a game, man. They're united, and when you don't have good leadership, and you don't have officers at the top, man, that say, hold up, you wrong. No matter what he said to you, man, when he coming out the house, you should have never body slammed him. I don't care what he was doing. He wasn't resisting. It's on camera. He wasn't resisting you. He was walking beside you. You was walking with his hand. But because you ain't like what he was saying, you felt so gangster to body slam him. That made you feel like a real man. A man with his hands behind his back. That's my problem, man. I don't get it, man. I don't understand it. It's kind of crazy to me, man. But what would make an officer do this, man? I'm just looking, man, for officers, man, that man, when they get these leadership roles, when y'all go and vote these officers in, this is why people got to go and vote, man. You got to vote for an officer, for an officer at the top that has transparency. Somebody that doesn't go along with anything that they officer. If this officer does something wrong, man, he corrects his officers immediately. He corrects his officer immediately. You can't just do what you want to do when you want to do it, but just because you and your feelings. It don't work like that. You know, where the officers at, man, that stand up and say, hey, man, this is wrong, man. You say he assaulted you. How did he assault you? By talking? How did he assault you? Tell me, how did this man assault you? Because I mean, I'm trying to figure it out. I didn't see it. But I can see where your feelings will be hurt, because I know a lot of officers, man, you know, their feelings be real hurt when you talk back to them. But talking is not a crime. Did he spit on you? No, he didn't spit on you. That's assault. What did he do that'll make you result in that type of fashion? But we already know, man, you know, a lot of, man, what I understand about a lot of these officers, man, a lot of them, man, it ain't all of them, man, but a lot of these officers, man, they got ego trips, man, they ego problems. And they love to do something to people that can't defend themselves. That's almost like a honor, a badge of honor. You know, what happened to the officers back in the day that take their badge off, take their gun off and fade you? You know, back in the days, man, you used to have them officers, man, when you say something against the officer, man, he'll take the badge and the gun off and fade you and show you he's the real deal. What happened to that? You know, what happened to that? It's just funny to me, man, but you know what, while you handcuffed, while your hand behind your back, man, I'm the biggest gangster, man. I'm a hard-bodied gangster. That's crazy, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe to the video. Hey, we out, man.